All right, what's going on out there, folks? Rooster here in Tennessee. We're going to take a look at the brand new version of the Cobra 29 LTD Chrome. This is the AM FM version, as you can see down here in the bottom corner. AM FM. We'll get into how to switch to FM mode here in a second, but just like any of the Let's Take a Look videos, we're just going to cover the radio all the way across the front, talk about it a little bit, show some performance at the end, show how much current that it draws. We'll get our clamp meter in position over here. Show how much current that it draws, show the output of it. In this case, we will show the output on AM and FM modes. Now this is a stock radio. It has not been modified. It has not had any improvements, any kind of optimization or anything like that. So this is what you can expect out of one of these. If you go buy it brand new out of the box, nobody touches it, this is how they will perform. Okay? So first things first, left to right, same signal meter. It is a front microphone jack radio. It has a very quiet receive on it, maybe better than the predecessor. I'll go ahead and key up a radio in the background, just dummy load to dummy load. And showing about 6 S units there. You can hear it squeal. Again, no static, so that's always a good sign. I do believe it might even have a little bit better receive than the last ones. Even with the noise blanker off, we're jumping ahead of ourselves, no static. Dynamic is wide open. You guys will see in the performance test of this, these things aren't going to have a lot of audio, brand new stock. If you do opt to run one of these stock, I would highly recommend a power mic because they're going to need a little bit more oomph if you just leave them stock. Receive gain, RF gain, pretty self-explanatory. Your delta tune. Talkback, we will turn it on, and we're going to turn it way up. Again, stock radio. Hello, 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 hello. I don't even know if you guys can hear that on camera, but the talkback is very low with a stock radio. Once the radio has been modified, the talkback will become a lot louder. And they probably have that in mind when they design these. That's why the talkback's not loud with it being stock, because they know that people are going to modify these radios and improve them and make them louder. So they set the talkback with that in mind, I'm sure. Your SWR calibrate knob is going to work hand in hand with this up here. When you have an SRF, it's just a signal meter or RF meter. As you can see, when I key up, it goes over to the right pretty far. To check your SWR with this radio, you go down to the calibrate position. And I know you guys probably can't see it, but right along here, there's a little, it says cal. Now there's like a little diamond or a little mark that you calibrate over to. So we're going to turn this. Let me get down here where I can see it. To right along in there. And then we're just going to flip it up to SWR. And that's how you read your SWR on these radios. So, in the past, there's been some people that thought you could actually set your SWR with this radio. They thought, oh, I can calibrate my SWR. I can just turn this knob until my SWR goes down. That's not how it works. That's to calibrate the meter to read your SWR. Now, how accurate does it read? I trust it more than the dosimeter, but I don't trust it all the way. I still recommend people use an antenna analyzer. I do trust the SWR meter on these more than what I trust a dosi watt meter. Noise blanker, we already covered. It doesn't pick up much static with or without it on. Of course, I'm on a dummy load. Yes, I understand that. But some radios are just prone to having noisy receives, white noise, static in the receive. So yes, even on a dummy load, some radios will have a baseline of noise. Receiver on this is pretty quiet. CB and PA modes, bright and dim for your lights. We've got it on dim so you guys can actually see the meter. Immediate channel 9 switch if you have emergency people that are monitoring channel 9. And then to change to FM. So all you do is push in the channel selector and you're now in FM mode. Push it back, you're in AM. Now FM is not something that's brand new to radio, okay? Export radios, Connex, Galaxy, Ranger, they have had FM mode for years. So it's been a mode of operation that people have been able to use. It just hasn't been on Cobras, Unidens, and other strictly CB radios because it wasn't technically legal. Okay, they passed it to where it's now legal to be on a CB radio. So all these radio manufacturers are now releasing FM, or putting it on these radios, I should say. It's not anything brand new. There's a misconception out there that FM is some big brand new mode of operation that has never been available before on the CB band. That's not necessarily the case. It would be no different than if they came out and said, okay, we're expanding CB 40 frequencies above and 40 frequencies below regular 40. People have been talking on those frequencies for years. You just haven't been able to put them on a CB radio brand new out of the factory. Okay, so let's get into the performance of it. I'm going to dismount the camera here, and we will start on AM mode. Now, for power output, I've got a 25 watt slug or element, which is going to read the top scale in the bird. The first thing I want to do is show you guys how much current the radio is drawing. So we're at 14.7. That just happens to be where the power supply is at. I'm going to key the radio. Okay, it's drawing 1.8 amps. Hello. So around 1.8 on a dead key. 1.9. Hello. And 2.5 on an audio. So that is the kind of current that the radio is drawing on AM mode. Let's come over here to the bird. 25 watt slug, top scale. What are we going to call that? 5.25 watts of carrier. Hello. What is that, 6? We might say 6.25. Hello. About 6 watts. Now these usually do 3 to 4 times the average power after they've been tuned up, usually around 4 times. We'll test this one, see how it does. It's brand new stock. Check, 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 check. Audio check. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Audio check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Audio check. 1, 2, 3. Audio check. 1, 2, 3. Audio. There you guys go. It's showing around 20 watts PEP and around 6 watts average on AM with a 5 watt dead key. So now what I'm going to do is just go to FM, come back over here to the clamp meter. We've already got the radio keyed up. There you go. 1.8, 1.9 amps. Come over here to the watt meter. Around 5, 5.25. And that's it, guys. That's how the radio does, brand new out of the box. Do I recommend running them like this? I certainly do not. It's kind of an underwhelming performance. We'll see here in a couple of days how they end up turning out. Get some of them tuned and up out of here. I'm going to let RC do a little bit of magic to them and see what he thinks. But hopefully they perform like the other ones. I don't really see any reason why they wouldn't. They should do well after they're tuned up. Who knows? They may be a surprise and do even better. But stock, this is what you're looking at with these. If you want to buy one of these and just use it brand new out of the box, this is what you're looking at. I will sell them stock if somebody wants one of them. Again, I don't recommend it. I think you'll be disappointed. But that's it, guys. Cobra 29 LTD Chrome, AM, FM edition. Let me know what you think. Questions, comments, complaints, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. As always, please check out the website, roostercb.com.